Hey folks, welcome back to the Sedgwick Jimmy channel and our month-long spooky October extravaganza. Today we're looking at the Mary Celeste, a ship found abandoned at sea and a mystery that this guy used to scare the crap out of me as a kid. What could have caused her crew to abandon ship and what happened to her after they did? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, so let's just get into it. The Mary Celeste began as the Amazon, a ship built in Nova Scotia that first set sail on May 18, 1861. She had a checkered first few years, which ended up forming a pattern, as you'll see, which began when her first captain fell ill and died less than a month after her launch. Her second captain chose to continue on with plans and set out for London, running into some fishing equipment off the coast of Maine, and after the voyage as she was heading back, she collided with and sank a ship in the English Channel. Several years later, in 1867, and under her third captain, she was run ashore during a storm and abandoned as a wreck. What was left of the Amazon was sold to Alexander McBean, and though she passed through several hands, she eventually was bought by Richard Haynes, who had the ship restored and registered as an American ship, now with the name Mary Celeste. Not long after, she was seized by creditors and sold to a group of investors, including her new captain, Benjamin Briggs. She was refitted and made larger, though not put to much use. Her first voyage under Briggs was set for 1872, and it was a doozy. Briggs was very careful in forming his crew, and he picked a pretty good one. His first mate, Albert Richardson, had sailed under Briggs before and was married into the family of another investor. The cargo for their trip was denatured alcohol, which was poisoned to keep it from being consumed. They set sail on November 7th, Briggs bringing along his wife Sarah and their young daughter, as well as 7 crew members, leaving New York Harbor and heading for Genoa. On December 4th, another ship built in Nova Scotia, the Gracia, spotted a ship sailing oddly, leading the ship's captain to believe something was wrong. They approached the ship, identified it as a Mary Celeste, but found no one moving on deck and their calls went unanswered. They sent a boarding party which found the ship deserted, her single lifeboat missing. The cargo was untouched and undamaged. There were no signs of violence, and actually all signs pointed to an orderly evacuation. A few feet of water was found in the ship, but it wasn't nearly enough to mean her any harm. The captain's instruments were missing, though the food rations were fully stocked, and after looking at the captain's log, they found the last entry to be from 9 days before she was found, and the location given at the time was nearly 400 miles away. Seeing as she was abandoned, the captain chose to divide his crew between the two ships and set sail for Gibraltar. Theories abound as to what happened to Briggs, his wife, their daughter, and the other 7 crew members. Piracy was ruled out, seeing as the cargo and food stores had both been left untouched, though some accusations were leveled at the De Gracia, but these were cast off seeing as the Mary Celeste had set out first and was a faster ship. Therefore, the De Gracia would not have been able to chase her down. Some have claimed mutiny or that the captain snapped and murdered everyone, but again, no evidence was found to support either of these. A leading theory is that the cargo of the denatured alcohol had leaked, driving the crew to the lifeboat in order for the ship to air out, with the lifeboat becoming separated somehow and drifting out to sea. But Briggs was an experienced captain, and the idea that he would do such a thing has also been doubted. It is possible that they misread the amount of water the ship had taken on and believed her to be sinking, but nothing was found in the ship's log to support this. As far as the ship is concerned, she was eventually wrecked on a reef in 1885 as part of a failed insurance fraud scheme. The truth is, we don't know what happened on the Mary Celeste, and we probably never will. No trace of the lifeboat or their crew has ever been found, and several experiments have been done in order to test different theories, such as a small explosion or the failure of equipment, but in the end, it all remains a mystery that refuses to be solved. And that's just gonna about do it for our look at the mystery of the Mary Celeste, and if you liked it, why don't you give us a like? If you want to see more, give us a subscribe, and if you have anything to add, just head on down in the comments and let us know. We appreciate you watching and hope to see you back here in the future for more Sedgwick Jimmy. Come check it out.